guys know it is Drunken Chat, son.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is it's Drunken Chat, son. Man, freaking just happy to be with my boy back in the freaking saddle, freaking safe and sound, man. The harsh weather and life of Las Vegas didn't kill him yet, but he's still with us. Not the baddest motherfucker, not just a good motherfucker. Sir Christopher, the motherfucking greatest. How's it going, sir?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Hey, man, just blessed to be wicked one more fucking day to drink some more freaking vodka margaritas. And what are we drinking today? Buzzball. Costco has Buzzball, like the huge ones, the huge motherfuckers for $3.99. So I had to pick up 3 of those bitches. Whereas like you go like the ABC or regular store, they're like 18 to 23 bucks. So I was happy about that shit. So yeah, man, freaking it's been good. We've been out of commission, have been with us for a little bit, so we've got some talking to do, man. Freaking, we've been talking about how technology has been changing the world and our current industry right now. You missed out on us talking about the whole diamond thing and how that's freaking shaping up, and there's been some interesting changes, but we're not going to talk about that yet. We're going to talk about motherfucking entertainment. All right, you've had some ideas that you wanted to talk about. Let's go into it. First one up, Alien motherfucking Earth. What say you, sir?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This show's been fucking great. I'm not gonna lie to you. To be honest with you, when I was going into this show, I wasn't like thinking that it was gonna be like anything special. I was hoping that they didn't mess it up, but so far, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This whole show has been like pretty good every episode so far. Especially like how they delve into the whole alien kind of mythos, not even about them, but the world that the shit is taking place in. So yeah. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? They everybody knows Weyland-Yutani, but some of these other companies that are involved are just now kind of like coming into light. We haven't really heard much about any of them, so just finding out like this at this part of the timeline, I guess you would say, in the alien mythos, I just find it dope that like how shit's set up in this alien world, right? And it's not even like it's an alien world yet. It's just like, in this whole shit, right?
Yeah.
These 5 companies that kind of run the world, like the government, right? But everything goes through these companies. So I found like how they're explaining all that is like really interesting. And one dude in particular, this Boy Wonder, I forgot dude's name, but he's like this trillionaire kid, and he's pretty much like one of the rivaling 5 companies. So, through this shit so far, of course, if you watch the first few episodes so far, we get to meet him, and then we get introduced to these like what are they synths, or because I would think that they are the synths, right? Like they're the Siths.
I'm not sure. I forget. That's a good point. Like I forget what they're, because there's cyborgs, then there's synths,
right?
And then there's like
shit.
Yeah. I think so. I think there's synths because the other ones are synthetically adapted humans, right? So you're like human, but there's just like certain parts of you that are just like adapted, right? So like you're smarter, your eyes fucked up, you're a little bit stronger just because of a little adaptation that they added to you. So I think the human part of that episode, I think these are synths because, yeah, like you were saying, these were kids like 9 through like 12 that were kids, but they died. But then they took their minds and they put them into like these freaking robots, like these super human freaking robots and everything. So that's going to be an interesting thing going forward.
Yeah, and not only that though, like, because as soon as we pretty much kick shit off, like we pick it up with one of the Weyland-Yutani ships, right? And on that ship, we get introduced to the crew for a brief moment, and then we meet this like pretty much the captain of that ship, right? I guess that's what he was supposed to be to me, right? The guy, he basically let everybody on the ship get killed, all right, and didn't, dude, that guy didn't show. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's a cyborg, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't show any type of emotion when these people are getting just killed in front of him, and he locks himself into the control room and then locks himself into the escape pod, right?
Yeah.
Now, this dude within itself is, it gives me, I know you'll know the character's name that I'm thinking about, but in the first Alien movie, the synthetic or the cyborg, whatever the fuck dude was in the, I think it was like the first or second movie, but he was like a villainous, Sith or cyborg, right? That's who this dude reminds me of in this show, right? Because they've been mirroring shit from the first movie, like constantly. Like they, different aspects of the first movie, they brought it into this show and they're like kind of using it. So I love that shit because dude is like fucking creepy or whatever the fuck, like
Right.
I don't even want to say creepy. Dude is like cold and fucking calculated.
Yeah. Well, it's exactly like you're saying. What they were going for is they were trying to focus more on the corporation side of it, right, and how that influences the decisions of the characters involved. Right. The only ones that were able to break away, right, from that linear corporation type thinking were these kids, right, which are now, when you look at them, they just look like freaking adults, right? Which were the Sims. Just like you're saying, hey, they were, you know, there's there's some callbacks to and mirroring of the first one, right? I forget what the dude thing was, it David or is it Kane? I forget which one it was, who showed up in the last Alien movie for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what they've been going for. They've been showing, like, because everybody's like, "Oh man, if it was me, I would have did this." Well, if you're the type of person that's going to go out there and freaking freeze your body up to go to sleep for freaking 6 to 10 years and everything, you're in a different freaking mind state.
Yeah, no, dude, they were that mission they said was like 65 years. So they were like in cryo station because remember, Whaling Utani, what he did is he's been sending out these massive amounts of like scouter ships trying to collect all the species of aliens that there is.
Yeah.
And this is basically like one of those ships that they've been out for like this long ass period of time, and that Will and Utani, they don't give a fuck about you. They just want you to complete this mission. But the goal of the mission is to get all of these fucking species. So, we pick up with that team, but like as we get into all that shit and we see dude and then the ship finally crashes, then we kind of meet the other group, right? It's not even meet the other group. The other group kind of just finally get involved with the overall story of what's going on, right? But what's his name? He's like a synth. The main dude. Fuck, what's his name, man? He was he in fucking shit? What's that guy's name, dude? He's like he's a synth right now, but I can't think of the actor's name. Fuck,
Talking about the black guy?
No, not the black guy. Remember, it's another Sith. We meet him in the first episode when we get introduced to the girl before she gets transformed into this transhumanism.
Oh, Sith. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And he starts to talk and explain, why not to kill the scorpion to her and shit like that, right? So, but that guy, they get introduced to like, a little bit later into the episode, but you finally start to see all these kids. They bring these kids to a crash site, which is like fucking insane because even though they're like these Siths and have these superhuman type powers, right? They're still like fucking kids at the end of the day. So when they come in like the crash site and they start to get to exploring it, you can still see the personality of these kids like coming through.
Yeah, because they literally have had no life experience. Period.
Yeah.
Right. And all of a sudden they're thrown into this world where, hey, you're not just on freaking Earth. Now you're dealing with these freaking aliens, and maybe they've had some experience dealing with horror movies or some shit like that, but not in real life. Some shit, right? And you got people threatening them with guns and shit, but they don't know that hey, they basically can't fucking die. You can fucking try to shoot me what you want, but your body is freaking. They haven't had that type of experience, so that is amazing. I freaking love the way they're freaking going at it like that. So I think the guy you're talking about is Kirsch, right? Played by Timothy. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. He's been in so much shit. I'm trying to see Deadwood. He's been in Deadwood, Perfect Getaway.
He's been in a ton of shit, but
Damages. That was probably like Damages is probably Damages and Catch and Release. It's probably his most famous one. I love him in the Santa Clarita Diet, where his wife becomes a zombie. He was really freaking great in that. For the nerd world, Book of Boba Fett, he was in that as the Marshal.
Oh yeah, that he was. He had Boba Fett's armor before he came and got his shit back. But dude is phenomenal. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I like how like in the show, like we're getting these different dynamics of how the alien interacts with different beings, basically. Because you saw like the alien had a moment where it wasn't gonna attack her and it was about to kill her brother, right? And then she got to protecting him. So it's like the alien seems to not even pay attention to the like Siths and cyborgs of it all. So it kind of gives even more explanation of like why David, took almost like a godlike liking to those creatures and started to experiment with the black goo and shit like that, right? It kind of explains that shit to a little bit further to me because you kind of see the dynamic between the aliens and then everybody else. With the humans, they're just on go all the time. They're trying to kill shit, constantly, right? Every time an alien comes around a human, oh, it's a fucking bloodbath. They don't hesitate. But whenever it comes to like any of these Siths or cyborgs or anything like that, they barely fucking pay them attention. And that's why the other cyborg dude pretty much got the drop on that alien, and they kind of made that parable to some of the other shit to where the aliens have captured people, right, to use them for the face huggers, and then now finally we're seeing like an alien get trapped like that because we've never seen that shit in that way in the Alien franchise. So I thought that was dope too.
So here's the interesting dynamic of this all, right? Because like you mentioned before, where the Watani is it Watani Wayland? Yeah, Watani Wayland. Because when they first set out, they were just Watani. Then they became Watani Wayland. And they were sending out like all these different freaking probes. So a lot of these different movies that we've been seeing out of the Alien franchise, they have different freaking timelines. They're all in the same freaking universe, but some of them are in different timelines, right?
Yeah.
And what we're looking at is like they've already known that the aliens are out there, right? So they've been preparing for this shit to freaking go down, right? It's a very big possibility that when they were started making their way towards these hybrids, they were building towards that because, look, the original lady that sent out these freaking probes, she's already dead. Yeah. Like the CEO of Watani Wayland is like her daughter, or it's like either her daughter or like her granddaughter right now.
Yeah, but by now it's like her granddaughter because everybody that we've met that were like pretty much the CEOs of Weyland-Yutani, most of those people are dead in the timeline. So like the original Utani that was basically on this whole mission overall, he's been dead. That dude's been dead.
Yes.
So, but I like I said, I thought it was cool with these other companies too, because as the ship crashed, and then basically Boy Wonder and his company are the ones that sent the Siths or the transhumanism as people, because they're like the body of a Sith, but somehow they have the essence or kind of
Yes.
like the soul of the fucking people, of the
Yes.
kids in
Yes.
these synthetics. So it's like, you can see how his antics are kind of like crazy to begin with, for him to even do that shit to begin with. Like, you basically threw regular fucking kids that are 5 and 6 years old, into an adult body, and like you said before, threw them into this crazy world that now Alien exists, right? Because I'm also wondering how they're gonna play it, because the whole name of the show is Alien Earth, right? So that title gives me the vibes of, are these aliens gonna basically hatch soon? Because that's where we leave off with this week's episode. So next week we're basically looking at possibly the aliens show up for the first time again in the series, since we had the whole fiasco on the ship, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's great, man. Freaking, I think everything you're saying is absolutely freaking correct. Let's hope it freaking stays on its freaking course. They've had a wild, because nobody asked for this shit, but here we are, and it's actually freaking good. We've had a bunch of alien freaking projects out
Yeah.
within the last year or two. Thank goodness, right? Alien and
And
Predator joints.
yeah, I was just about
Yeah,
to
right.
say Alien
So
and
yeah,
Predator.
so good on Disney, right? They've been putting shit fucking together, right? Putting a
Yeah.
lot of investment in these freaking projects that they own, and they've actually been pretty freaking good. So
And
here's the good part is, hey, they've been doing really good. The bad part is they're going to go, oh, that's what everybody really wants, and they're probably going to start investing a lot more into a lot of these monster freaking sci-fi joints from the freaking 80s, which is
yeah.
going to be interesting. Like,
And Lucas,
yeah,
since we have it on the screen too, I wanted to mention, for the last 3 weeks, I know you've probably been paying attention, but on FOC, we've been having some books for basically for the first time from Ignition Press, right? And all the Ignition Press stories, most of them, the synopsis says in there that they're going to be some type of shows on FX. So
yeah.
if they keep up this energy, those shows are probably going to show up on Disney Plus, right? Because
Oh
they'll
yeah.
be on Hulu, right?
Yeah, so that's where it starts to get interesting, because I know for a fact that Disney has been making a lot more money in selling the licenses to stuff and not having to produce stuff, right? And then, okay, the company produced it and everything, but instead of just being able to put it on their own streaming, they just said, okay, if you want to put it on your own streaming stuff, you still got to pay me if I can put it on your own fucking streaming shit. So they've been making a lot of money off of that as well.
Yeah.
So it's been fucking money for Disney, and the stock has been absolutely reflective of that. Because remember when I was telling people buy it at like 88, 89, now it's at like 115 and 120 now. So absolutely
Yeah.
fucking good stuff, man.
Yeah, especially and like I said, I hope people have been paying attention to that shit on FOC, because I did bite on a couple of those. I bought a couple of them. I think the first one that I really paid attention to was that Murder Podcast. They had one this
Yeah.
weekend too, or I think it was this past weekend. But yeah, the thing that I like about them is that they offer like little collectibles as well, like
Yeah.
with those books. So
Posters and little media
little,
packets. Yeah.
yeah, because remember they did for the first issue they did earpods, like not even earpods, but like earplugs. So if you ordered that, you could have got like 20 sets of earplugs to send with your, with the book. And then the second one is a resort key card. And then I even saw on another book, I think it was Beauty, but they were doing that with fucking condoms, and another one with a fucking hair comb. So I
Okay,
wonder if that
fucking
shit's
weird.
gonna pop,
That's weird. So if I was them, and especially if it's something like the Murder Podcast, what I would have did was I would have partnered up with this one company. One company does is they give you they sell a folder, right? Like it's like a murder case folder, and everything that's inside that murder case folder is supposed to help you try and solve the fucking case, right? So it would be brilliant if you had this fucking comic book and you've also got this folder, right? So you can just look at the comic book, look at the folder, right? And then you're going through the fucking shit. And then also, you should be able to listen to the Murder Podcast comic book online or something. So you can hear somebody freaking talking about that shit and you're going through the folder and everything. So then by the time you get to issue 4 or issue 5, man, you're fucking totally in it. You just can't wait till the next week or to the next fucking podcast, man. But
yeah,
what the fuck?
you know what's so crazy is that publishing group, they're kind of small because they're just getting started. So I wouldn't hesitate to reach in and try to reach out to those guys, and because I know I got a couple of them on the Instagram, but you can reach out to those guys and give them some type of idea like that and see if they actually do it. Because I wouldn't mind seeing a fucking I wouldn't mind listening to a podcast about that.
Yeah. Oh, you did have some other joints in here. Like,
yeah, I just threw some extra slides up on each one just in case people get bored looking at the same picture.
Yeah, there's Morrow, and then the one in the middle there is Kirsch, Wendy, and oh, I think they call them the Lost Boys for the other ones.
Yeah, because they're supposed to all reflect Peter Pan names. So
yeah.
All right. Next up, this Peacemaker 2. Yeah. You been keeping up with it?
I was not a fan of the whole orgy scene. Not needed. Not needed at all, man. Like,
hey, I agree.
Dongs galore. Fuck.
I thought it was funny as shit though, because like how many shows do you know that actually are ballsy enough to do some shit like that so that people can see? Because honestly, when I think of Peacemaker, especially after season 1, right, I can imagine him having a fucking orgy like that,
Yeah, I understand. Like, there's this corner of us in our fandom, right? Like, oh, this is new thing, but there's too many shows now. Too many shows when you got weird orgies, man. Even like kids, there's a show. I forget the name of the show that's for like supposed to be for kids, and they had a fucking weird orgies and weird girls doing weird shit, man. So it's like it's all fucking played out. It's just like the pushing back of the fucking boundary line for no fucking reason. It had like nothing to do with the fucking story. Like, I thought maybe they were gonna go with something into it when he had like the dude show up and he was like, "I'm your best friend and you didn't invite me to the fucking orgy." No, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I would definitely be pissed off. I couldn't fuck with you after that. But after that, it was like, oh, it's just another thing. Nah. So, nah.
Yeah, dude. But I'm not gonna lie though, this show altogether has been fucking great, dude. I've been loving this just because it gives us like a different vibe other than the kind of constant MCU vibe, right? It kind of makes it's like that, but it's more of an adult version of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the vibes that I get from it. So I also like episode 1 was hilarious when, or was it 2? I can't remember which one it was, but whichever one, the one where we sit down and Peacemaker goes in that was episode 1 when he goes in to like pretty much audition for the Justice Gang. And he can hear them, and basically everybody that sat on that side of the glass could hear what they were saying. So, I mean, that shit was golden. Like, talking about girl in their camel toe, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah. I definitely loved. Well, the best part was White Bunny, man. Fucking loved her being there. Unfortunately, that was just like, it was a quick, and now that's it. No, bring back White Bunny. Bring back White Bunny. White Bunny should have been at least at the fucking orgy. If they would have had White Bunny at the fucking orgy, then I'm like, yes, okay, now I'm in. But I love the whole portal thing because now you're talking about now you've brought back the whole thing about the multiverse to a point that it actually makes sense. Got me wondering like who that fucking alien guy is. You got me wondering what's going on with the other multiverse world where Peacemaker is like the dude. It's good, man. It's got me asking a lot of questions, wondering like what the fuck is going on with a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I thought it was funny. Like seeing how this other world is, like I kind of like I felt like I caught that to a degree, dude. I was talking about that with Brittany the other day, but like, bro, I knew for a fact that I don't know yet if they're gonna keep him in that new world or what, because what I was starting to think at first was the DCU was the world that he keeps going to, because I haven't been watching the ending, like the little director's cut where they talk about it afterwards for a few minutes. But I was kind of confused for a second because I was like, okay, is like just the peacemaker is just his world as we know it. That is now all canon to the DCU, because remember, they even switched the ending scene of season 1 where you had Superman and Aquaman and the Flash and shit show up. At the end of it now, you have the Justice Gang show up, right? So I liked how they cleaned that up, because that shit was about to have me confused. I didn't know how they were going to do that, because, we had Peacemaker in Superman and he was, on the TV show and all that. But I was just wondering, like, how are they going to make that part make sense, where in reality, Peacemaker started off in this fucking tied to the Snyderverse, right? Yeah. And they had us thinking that it was a part of the Snyderverse. So I was wondering how they were going to transition it into the DCU. So I kind of feel like with that little team swap right there, it's almost like that's how he cleaned it up. And they didn't even really explain it to me. They just kind of switched that scene out with the Justice Gang, and bam, they're in the DCU now.
Yeah, because look, it looks like that's exactly what they're trying to do with the X-Men. Just have some weird multiverse shit, and then boom, okay, yeah, they were there all the time. They were just in a fucking different universe. You just didn't know. Like, oh, come on. But look, I'm fine with it. Just make sure that it fucking counts for something, and that you're just not bringing this guy in for like whatever, right?
Yeah. Because at first I thought it was going to be the world where all the shit is going good in. I thought that was going to be the DCU, and I thought he was going to trade places with that Peacemaker. So it would have made sense, because it would have been like, okay, so now the Peacemaker that we heard in Superman and saw, that wasn't our fucking Peacemaker. But the way shit's explained now, I mean, that was our Peacemaker, but they should have did it the other way, where he fucking replaces this Peacemaker in this world. That shit would have made a lot more sense, and it would have been a lot, more of a creative than just fucking switching that scene out.
Yeah, but here we are, so we'll see how this freaking goes, man. What else we got?
I just wanted to comment on how motherfucking funny this guy is right here. I forgot his name, but dude, the black guy, dude, he's hilarious, bro. And the whole bird syndrome shit, dude, that had me dying laughing, bro. And get to the next slide, bro, because we gotta give somebody homage real quick. Not this one. Fuck this. We could skip this. Here we go, right here, bro. Eagly, motherfucking star of the show, bro. I swear, dude. When he saved the house pretty much and saved the portal, dude, I couldn't be happier that they gave Eagly a spot like that.
Tore a motherfucking bitch's eye out. Like it was a nothing. Right?
Man, he messed the whole team up.
That's the whole team up, yeah. Well, because I think like only one of those guys was actually an actual assault guy, right? Because you had one guy that was I'm going to break into your house thing, right? He was the lockpicker. The other guy was the guy that's supposed to be scanning for the portal energy. The other two people were outside, like they were like maybe like Encino Man. He was like maybe an assault guy, but he was like outside doing security. And the other guy was the normal black guy, right? He was just like an office bitch, right? So yeah, they got fucked up, right? You went to do an assault without assault guys. Yeah, fuck. you got fucked up.
Hey, and when he got out the truck and they all got out the truck and he started naming them, and man, that's just some funny shit. Titties, you to the front. I love that shit. I was just like, oh, yeah. Oh man. But
Yeah, where
hey,
the fuck do you think we are? Berkeley? Get the fuck out of here. Oh,
when he started talking about the funniest line after Eagly fucked them all up, right? Funniest line of the show so far. He said I got fucked up by a duck. I just couldn't stop laughing at that shit, bro. Because
good
he's,
stuff, man.
bird blind. Shit's hilarious.
Good stuff.
All right, let's get into this next one. Twisted Metal season 2, bro. I know you said you didn't see it. I don't really want to spoil it for you, so I'll just give the people a good overlay real quick. And the show so far has been fucking great. I mean, now we're on the finale. Like, we just had the finale this week, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. I can watch, like 4 or 5 seasons of this, bro. I thought the first season was great, but the second season, it's not, to me, it doesn't seem like it's completely better than the second season, but the first season still is number 1, but number 2 is right there with it. You know what I mean? Because they adapted more of the game in this one, because like the different characters that they had come in as, some of the different killers as a part of the tournament.
Yeah.
They played a little bit more true to home to the actual characters, especially, we're bringing Sweet Tooth back for season 2, of course. And in this one, we actually finally meet Calypso. Now, back in the games, that character was like a big deal. And I think I got a slide of him up there. I think it might be like the second, third one, because I know I got the group of everybody up there next. But yes, there we go. Calypso, dude. That dude is like a motherfucker. This dude is crazy as shit, and he has some type of powers that we're kind of like waiting for it to get explained, because in the game he had powers, and I don't really remember the explanation, because I used to just play that shit, because that was like one of those battle royale games back in the day where we used to call a couple of the homies over, and then we used to play that, and it like, this show's been great because of that, because like, so the different people and different characters that they've been exploring in this one, even with the main character Anthony Mackie's John, right? Because he calls himself John Doe because he doesn't remember any of his history, right? Well, in this one, you get a reunion between he and his sister. Now, I'm not going to spoil what happens between all that, but it was good, and I enjoyed that part because she actually played another role actually in the show later on. But overall, this was a good show. Like Calypso, I hope that in maybe season 3, because in season 3 we're supposed to go and pretty much chase down Calypso and kill him. So I hope that they give us like a little bit more of his origin and like what he is, because they've introduced a couple of different people in it, like Axel. Do you remember the dude on the bike from the Twisted Metal game? I think it was like Grim or something, where he had a whole bunch of different like spirits in him. But they explored some of those characters' background. Yeah, dude. Like I said, I wasn't a huge Twisted Metal dude where I know like all the lore and shit from the games. I did play them all, but the type of game that was, I wasn't really into the story as much as I was into the battle royal, right? Because it was to play with other people. So, but yeah, dude, it's pretty good. You should definitely need to go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And
but is it worth
it's a really fun.
Is it worth getting a Peacock subscription for that shit?
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would like, I'd pay the little $6 to watch it, because especially if you didn't see season 1 or something like that, then it definitely bans out for you. But I mean, if you like season 1, then you'll like season 2, because they explore kind of like more of that vibe, but they do it with like a fuller cast this time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like before in season 1, if you remember, the show was mainly focused around, let's just say Falcon or Captain America and fucking Echo. Those 2 actors and actresses that the first season kind of focused on, right? And in season 2, we get kind of like a more rounded cast of characters, right? And they did go all the way old school with introducing some of the characters that are originally in the game. You know what I mean? Like they did it in number 1 with Sweet Tooth and a couple of other characters, but in this one they just kind of went overboard with it, and not even overboard with it. I was loving it, dude. But the whole team is in there basically. So, but definitely watch it, dude. Is definitely worth the watch. Let me know, dude, if you need to get into Peacock, and we can get that shit done for you, because you should definitely watch it.
Roger. All right, we're getting ready to go start to talk about some freaking comics, but before that, let's go ahead and play this video. All right, I don't know what the fuck that was, but hey, it's for the Cthulhu. All right, let's go ahead and get into starting with some of the lunar distribution joints. This is on the, once again, if you guys want to see what's on the FOC for Lunar, all you got to do is go to lunardistribution.com, and most of them are on there. Absolute Martian first up is Absolute Martian Manhunter number 6 is first up. I didn't really see any covers that were interesting, but then we're back on to Absolute Wonder Woman number 11. Some people will definitely love this cover A, Hayden Sherman. Looks like she just had a bad day, freaking blood squirted all over her. But then there's kind of like a splice of negative color going on with that one. Kind of interesting. I kind of like it, man. Probably should have leaned into more of the clay sculpture thing, and like just like the little vase clay thing, because that's what the brown color that they're going for. So it's kind of hard to determine that, but I kind of like it. Essentially, how much? $4.99 though? No, I don't like that. Derek Chu, $5.99, man. Love it. I like the way that they are leaning into more of these manga swords going forward. I like the fact that they did Derek Chu did really great with the freaking armor. The face is absolutely fucking perfect, right? That's baby mama right there. That ain't going on. That's baby mama. I freaking absolutely love it. But $5.99, that's a little freaking steep though. And then there's a cover C by Gerald Perel. Don't know what's going on here. Very abstract here. Face is very, very undefined. Should have probably spent more time on the face than all that other stuff that's going on in the background. And Action Comics number 23 has got a bunch of facsimiles, regular and foil. Benjamin number 3 is coming out. I don't think I've heard anybody talk about that one.
Yeah, and they got a version to that too, which is pretty cool.
Biker Mice from Smars number 3 by Edu Souza. And there's a Ken Marion B cover. Looks pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sick.
Blue Palo Verde number 3. Children of Phoenix hardcovers are coming out. Conan the Barbarian. There's a Dan Panosian Virgin foil for issue number 22. It's going to be $13.99. $13.99. But you know what? I'll allow it, because I'd rather have that than trying to fuck around with these qualifiers.
Does this? Hold on. This came out already. This came out on fucking Wednesday.
The regular might have come out, but this one is the version foil.
Oh. Yeah, I was just looking because it said end store date 8/27, and I remember it.
Oh, hold on.
But yeah,
No,
that
excuse me. That's
stuff
new
came
release.
out. Yeah,
Oh,
there you
excuse
go.
me. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna fucked up.
All right, there we go. That's all the stuff on FLC now.
Okay. All right, here we go. Really, this time, for real though, this time. Image has Void Rivals issue number 23. There's a Lorenzo de Felici 399. And I do like this one at 10, Martin Morazzo and Patricio Del Peixe. Don't know who these characters are, but I like it. Everyone's favorite rhyming robot makes his debut in Void Rivals, coming face to face with Bythona. And then there's a 1 in 25 for Andrea De Dominicis. There's a 1 in 50 by John Moore. EC Stories has Wally Wood's expanded edition, artist editions. This one's a hardcover, direct market exclusive. Got the dinosaur fucking that shit all up. God damn.
Yeah, there's a Death Rage coming out. It's I think it's on this FLC3.
What the fuck is this? Wallywood's EC Stories Expanded Edition, Artist Edition, hardcover, Wallywood cover. And that one's $195. $195. I don't know about that one. Wild Animals number 3. Zombie Love Halloween Edition 2025, issue number 1. This one's a one shot. Okay. How much is it? $5.99. See now you're fucking around. All right. Everybody loves Street Fighter. This one is the 2025 Street Fighter and Friends Swimsuit Edition, special number 1. This one's a rake.
Yeah, I was gonna get a couple of these, and that next one too. It's pretty fire. Yeah.
The cover B Quasimodo.
How often, if you know, brother, how often do they have first appearances in these? Because I could have swore that they
quite often.
Usually,
there was a first appearance a couple of months ago. I forget the name of the one, but a couple of months ago there was a first appearance in that one.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go ahead and go for a couple of these too, and maybe even this last one too, because I don't think I know everybody on there. But then again, I've been on Street Fighter for a little bit. But yeah, this cover caught my attention too. But
and there's a blank variant, and then there's a 1 of 5 Kinu Nishimura swimsuit.
it gives me One Piece vibes for some reason.
Well, because of the hat, the One Piece hat.
Yeah, that and just the background, just it feels like some pirate shit is going on or something. Especially with Zhang Li over there in a striped red and white outfit, looking like a big ass cat and cane.
So yeah, this one is a must-have. Absolute Superman is on its 6th printing. Absolute Wonder Woman number 12, cover A, Hayden Sherman. I do like this Mirka Andolfo for number 12 though.
Yeah, I like that too.
Then there's a Yasmin Putri. Back to some of the same stuff, but man, this
this one's a little busy.
Yeah, she's got zombies and skeletons on a fucking leash.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Yasmin Putri. I fell in love with her all the way back on, I think it was Spider-Gwen number 3, 1 in 25. But that one just too busy for me.
This one is same kind of vibe, but with dragons. This one is by Mateus Menahini, though. $5.99 cover price.
Yeah. Fucking DC, man. Although I've seen some of the other books jump up to that $5.99 price too. There was well, I'll just mention it once I see it. There you go. Archie, that yeah.
Yeah, Archie facsimile number 7, Betty and Veronica number 75, Bob White and Dan DiCarlo retro art.
Fire, dude. I'm definitely gonna get a few of these for the store, but that's fire. I did that Sabrina the Teenage Witch that drops next week too. I was really digging those. And let me see that retro cover too, real quick. The main cover.
Okay, so here's the main cover.
Yeah, that also looks good, dude. I've been feeling these little retro vibes they've been doing. So I don't know, dude. I got that Sabrina the Teenage Witch shit in hand. The retro, I think it was by Dan Parent. And it's dope, but I like these covers. So, but keep an eye on them because I've been seeing a couple other people like, at least liking the covers. So,
Armor number 6, $4.99, man.
That chalk art. I wasn't feeling any of these.
Yeah, no Biker Man from Mars. Blackula.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a trade edition or hardcover. I know it's like a trade. Yeah.
God damn it. I guess I got to get it. And it's drawn by Jason Sean Alexander from Image, from Spawn.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll also have sketch cover for Spawn coming up. For I think it's like Spawn 50 or something. I don't know.
Buck Wars has a trade paperback coming out, so that'll be a great chance to check out what the fuck was going on with that thing. Conan the Barbarian stuff.
Go back to that to the left because we're gonna get to those too. But that main cover right there, yes, sir.
Jonathan
Definitely check this out. And just as a reminder to the people, this is that book. Whenever you saw that CGC created slab that looks like a steak is being stabbed through the slab, that's this book. So they just started a new run of it, and this is issue 3. So I thought this one was just amazing. I definitely grabbed a couple already, and then I think it's like the last 2 covers, not the cover B. I don't really feel the cover B, but the other 2 are also fire. But this is fucking dope.
That's crazy. Man, I keep forgetting, man. So I was just in my LCS on Friday. No, it was Thursday, and they still had issue number 1 just sitting up there, man.
Yeah,
I should have fucking grabbed it.
Yeah, this one too. This 1 in 20 by Maria Wolf is fucking amazing, and I don't know. Let's see if you have any orders for it, but it is a gnarly cover. She's been on a lot lately, bro. She's been on a rampage on the incentive tip. And then here you go. This cover D, 1 in 50 by Jim Mafu. This motherfucker is dope too. So I added it both into the FLC video. I'll try to get that out tonight, and give people a run through of the books that we go through tonight.
Going back to Udon, because we just talked about Street Fighter. This one is Darkstalkers and Street Fighter Dark Love issue number 1. This one is by Alberto Albuquerque. Not Raphael.
Lucas, how you been feeling about all these crossovers, homie? Because I mean, we got crossover heaven coming to us, basically. We got Fantastic Four crossing over with Gargoyles. We got Deadpool crossing over with Batman. We got, we got all this shit going on, all these crossovers going on. Even hitting books like Dynamite, where you got Elvira versus and Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah.
And then
it is absolutely, it is during the summertime. Got no problem with that, right? Because you want to have something to bring in the kids, bring in everybody to have like a reason to go, something that's different, right? It's during the summertime. That is the time to experiment. But look, September is tomorrow, right? It's time to get back to the fucking basics, right? And to put in that work. We should not be having this stuff, the Darkstalker Street Fighter, coming out in September.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Hey, dude, I feel you, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm always gonna use that Fantastic Four gargoyles to bring in new readers, right? So
Ain't
they
gonna
can
read that
test
shit.
out.
Ain't gonna
Yeah,
read that shit.
dude, I got a few friends that they're not heavy comic book fans, right? But if I, tell them, hey, check this out, just on some fun loving shit like that, they'll read it, bro. Like, next thing you know, they'll be buying the whole run. But I feel you though, bro. I agree. This 1 in 5 is nice though.
Alex Haddad.
Yeah, I might want that one.
DC KO #1 cover in lights out blind bag variant.
And highlight a couple of books on this page already is that DCKO #1 lights out blind bag variant, because we have a lot of blind bags coming our way here in the near future. And then the second book is that DC Satanic Panic by Darren Warren Johnson. Now I like the Liber Mayho too. Really fucking good shit. Good work. Like dude is off the chain as always. But for some reason,
$9.99 though.
yeah, no, I saw
$9.99.
that, and it's for a one shot. But this Dan Warren Johnson, though, I saw people filling their Plastic Man lately, and that one might be a go. People might go ahead and snatch one of these, but only one, but still, because I got one more cover on that book. Yeah, right there. Now that's the one I want. The Sean Rico. Yeah, fucking dope, man.
Like $9.99 for every single one though. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, that is insane. And then you got all these Dead Samurai second printings coming up, and Bill Sienkiewicz on the covers. These are dope, bro. I've actually sent these to a couple of people. I think especially issue 3, because the #1 second printing, this one had 3 different types of variants to it. So you got a version, and then I think it was a signed version or something.
Yeah. Look at this second print 1 in 25 by Wilton Santos.
Yeah, I was feeling this one too. But there's one in particular coming up that I really like.
Yeah, Bill Sienkiewicz. That's pretty dope. Looks like dude had his head chopped off, so he's got to use his fucking teeth. Yeah. People miss that shit. Yeah, your hand chopped off, but good. Look, bitch, somebody's got to live to tell the story. Fuck that. This one's second print. Tim Vigil. Woo!
Yeah, he just pieced them out. But I think this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, right there, dude. That Mike Mayhew is fire.
Still got this Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, I like the Sienkiewicz, but I just felt like I feel like people like that cover. This right here, this Mike Mayhew.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it sells. Because
looks like I'm gonna have to go back to issue #1, the first print, and find that bitch. Because Blake is trying to do something.
The only catch though is that these are $5.99, and I think that version is like a 1 in 15. So we're talking $45, fucking $90 for this fucking book. $90, bro.
I understand, however, I've always told people that some of the stuff comes out in different genre waves, right? You got your kaiju wave, you got your fucking vampire wave, and there will be a zombie wave, right? Where people will come back to this shit, because we haven't had a really good fucking zombie movie or thing in a minute, right? So
yeah, we actually have Marvel Zombies coming out later September.
Yeah.
So
115.
And we did have a book coming up this week, if I'm not mistaken. Everything Dead and Dying. So I want to see how that does too.
Detective Comics 1101 Gabriel Delgado. $5.99 on that one.
Does it look like his work is a little bit softer? Like he has a softer approach on this one?
Yeah. Look, I don't think he's putting as much detail into it like he used to, because it's just not worth it. Because people haven't been paying attention to his stuff, and which is fair all around for both sides, because he's lost the ability to put context into his stuff. I mean, look, the art is absolutely fantastic. You can see he's absolutely a fucking master. It's just that without context, it's like, eh. This one is a 125 for Stephanie Hans. I don't quite see the vision though. I'm not sure what she was going for. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm not sure what she was going for. 8 Billion Genies, trade paperbacks. Endless Night #4, Escape #1, second print. Looks like a teddy bear that shoots people, I guess. Escape #2. Here's a Max Fiamora. Yeah, it's definitely some fucking teddy bear that's been traumatized by war or some shit. Wounded, hunted, and running out of time, Milton Shaw has one shot left to change the course of the war and destroy a Titan cannon before his own side drops the bomb. But as enemy patrols close in and memories of the life he left behind threaten to break him, the mission becomes more than survival, it's redemption. Okay. Far down below, issue #5 by Matt Cave. Flash #25 by David Pator. He's really been trying to do some stuff.
Yeah.
And it's only $3.99, so that's a pickup. Rayleigh Stock. And there's this Mark Spears.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick up these Mark Spears. I'm gonna try to go ahead and collect a set of this for myself. But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm kind of, you know, I know he's been on DC for a while, but I'm feeling these like character covers, you know.
Yeah, they look good. Future is Fucked, issue #6. Gehenna Naked. Oh, there's a little titty out there. Cover C, Rodrigo. They didn't even cover that shit up.
Yeah, I had some orders for these already. A couple for the polybag and a couple for the main cover so far for this one. But I was kind of feeling that Crown Carpenter too, but I don't know.
This one, 1 in 10. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if I get a couple of more, I'll order it. But
Green Arrow. Oh, there's G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Some trade paperbacks, but here we go with Green Arrow, #28, cover A by Torrin Clark.
yeah, it's fire. Have you been paying attention to these lunar exclusive joints?
Fuck no.
I saw a couple of them that I liked and I did pick up, but
it's like I told Mel, man, like all these little exclusives, like look, there used to be some fun in going to, like, I used to have to go to a Comic-Con and hunt that bitch down in order to get it, and that was fucking fun. Now you're just telling me I just get to go on a website and fucking order it? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, man. Hey, they've been doing it with all these exclusives for all this time. So, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of think that I've been grabbing a couple of these just because I got a feeling that I don't know, they might have been just only lunar distribution. So
it's pretty dope. Probably could have kept the dude back out. And then there's a cover B for Green Lantern #27 by Aaron Bartling.
yeah, I definitely want those grubs. I mean, it might be a little silly thing just for me, but I'm definitely picking up a couple of these grubs and throwing them on the site. They're just cool. I don't know why.
Yeah, you never know, man.
Well, it's by Keen Spot, so that's why I'm definitely pick a couple of these up just because Keen Spot has some weird shit going on. So let's just check it out. I like the covers though.
All right, Harley Quinn 54, Yannick Paquette.
Looks good, man. But
Richard David
Nakayama,
Nakayama.
yeah. I was gonna mess with him and talk about this book because, dude, I like this one. He has Harley Quinn front and center. You got some little cheeks on her, and then the background looks like it's moving. So, well, look, it looks like they just took a still.
Yeah. Have you noticed that lately a lot of more artists that have been drawing um, Harley Quinn have stopped drawing her to look like what's her name from Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I've noticed that because they, I don't know if like what it is. I don't know if they all assimilate to that version of Harley Quinn from the movie, but I definitely know what you're talking about because I've been seeing a lot of that lately. With the white face, the little tattoo by the eye or whatever, and then the red and black hair on each side. Pretty much all the renditions after that movie, we haven't seen like any version of classic Harley since then.
Yeah, this like these look nothing like her.
I like that too, but
Gabrielle Delano.
yeah.
Sorry, but I gotta have it. Gotta have it. 125 by Manny Carpania.
Yeah, it's got like a mixture of cartoon and realism.
What the fuck is this? Haunted Box. Issue number 1. This one is covered by Damian Torres, Spot UV.
Yeah, I was looking at these two, but I think that they're like a size
Box.
of distillery books or something, because it just looks really big to me. And I think when I
You
saw the
know what I
messenger
think this
mist,
is?
yeah, it's
No, hold up.
what.
This is got to be a Hellraiser. Because I'm looking at the fucking solicit. It says this says it's by Iron Age, but it says the Haunted Box, and that first appearance of the Blood Queen, a demon trickster who delivers the Haunted Box. But each character has to decide whether or not to set the box as promised, or whether or not to pay the box at each price. And that lady literally looks like one of the characters from Hellraiser 2, or was it Hellraiser 1? Might be Hellraiser 1. Um,
You talking
where
about the Xenobites?
Well, no. So the characters in the back look like Xenobites, but there is this one. It's still traumatizing to this day, where there was this wife who was a cheater, right? She was cheating on this dude with the husband's brother, but the brother was dead, right? So she was trying to bring back the dead brother, right, without the dude knowing, through the box, through the Hellraiser box. In order to do it, the price was is that she had to kill people and let the box like drink the blood, and then slowly but surely the dude would get back a corporal body, right? Um, and then when the dude finally had a body, he still didn't have skin, but he still had, like everything else, like the freaking veins and all that stuff. And that's the thing on the on this cover right there. That looks like what dude looks like. So I think that's what they're going for. They're going for a Hellraiser type vibe. If this is not actually supposed to be a Hellraiser. If you're talking about everything else, you're talking about a box and there's a price to pay. That's Hellraiser.
Yeah, it is. But they got a yellow version of this too that I put up there too. And then they also have that collector variant box set edition, but
What the fuck? What the fuck is this goddamn bear? What the fuck? Yeah, here's the yellow version. The skin on unlock.
The only thing that sucks about these is that magazine size. They're just so hard to, store for a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, there's a cover D Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown. What? Hold up.
and the Ryan Brownie, not like the Ryan Brown we know. That's the Ryan Brownie dude. I remember seeing his name before, and I thought it was Ryan Brown too, but it turns out it's just a completely different dude.
No, it's Jamie Clayton is on Hellraiser. But yeah, fucking $24.99 for 100 Brown. But why would you have what the fuck are they thinking? So I'm gonna buy this $24.99 fucking collector's variant box, but I'm just getting the regular cover A and some bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, premium die cut, whatever, but didn't seem like it was worth it. But I don't have any orders for it.
Heat Seeker, Kendrick Lim, Megan Lara, and then there's a new poly bag. Then there's a cosplay variant, and then there's another new poly bag by Kendrick Lim. Now they get see. Then we just get into that.
There we go,
bullshit.
dude. That Luis Arroyo, that motherfucker is beautiful. I love it, dude. That one, and there's another one too. There, and that's besides the. These are the other covers on the Shubina or Saveta Shubina. And this one right here, this is fire too.
Augustina Alozio.
Yeah, fire, man. And then that's crazy. They didn't even show the Shubina one.
Yeah, if you find it, freaking pass it to me. I'll see if I can, or share it, and we'll fucking put it up. Hyde Street number 9, which has been doing quite well, especially through my store. Here's a cover A by Evan Reese and Danny Mickey. And then here's
people have been picking those up.
Yeah. There's your. So I think this one. Well, the first one of these actually did pretty well. But this one is the Creature Crisp 1 in 20, Brad Anderson and Rob Lay.
Yeah, it's a good set to collect.
I Tyrant issue number 3 from Image. There's an Ariel Cologne, Got Far, Ryan Gaja. Illuminating issue number 4. This one's a Kyle Baker. This one's actually a homage to hip hop covers. Immortal Legend, Batman number 2.
And I would suggest people to check out this Immortal Legend of Batman because from what I'm hearing, all my friends that have shops and stuff like that, they said that this issue 1 sold out for them. So in the first hour that they opened up, and he said he ordered a decent amount. So apparently a lot of people is feeling issue 1. But there you go, Lucas. I sent it to you to your email, but we can get to that later.
Yep, Invincible Universe Battle Beast. There's one that's 5th print, 2nd print. There's a 2nd print for issue number 2.
Yeah, so good. That's so good, dude.
Jeez.
And there's that Judge Death mega special I was talking about. I guess the character that is Judge Death. I'm not very familiar with all the Judge Dredd like mythos, but when I saw this cover, I thought it was fire. So
let's see if I can.
Let's wait till we get to those something killing the children.
That's not that good. All right. Justice League number 11. This one is a cover B by Nathan Zerdy. Here's your Kevin Wada. And here's a cover D by Hamari with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman on the cover. Justice League Unlimited number 11. I do like this one in 25 by Scott Collins. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but good vibes. Good vibes coming out of this one. My goodness, Karma. And this one's a trade paperback. They're really trying to get you to buy that shit.
Yeah, they are.
Let's go for some indies with Wise Acre Comics, Magnus Jakuta. Written by Frederick Ladles and Bruno Abdius.
Here we go. Mark Spears' Monsters. The Monsters and the Wolf, number 1. Blind Bag by Mark Spears. Now, in these, let's go ahead and read the synopsis on this one. So, from the creator of the hit series Mark Spears' Monsters, this new prequel miniseries written and illustrated by Mark Spears in a desperate attempt to find a cure to the werewolf curse that haunts him, Clint Abbott's journey leads him to the bitter cold of the Arctic. Through the snow and the ice, he senses something is stalking him, but not everything is as it seems. Note, cover A is a blind bag, randomly packed with one or more of 75 exclusive cover variants by Mark Spears, many of the incredibly rare. So there's a King Spot Publications, a cover, a one cardstock, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we got a 1 in 138, a 1 in 1 in 29. We have a chrome foil, a 1 in 420. We have, let's see, 1 in 1,000 black and white. Then we have some glow in the dark 1 in 1,000s, and then a trick cover, which is a 1 in 46. But that actually has sections of each of those. So example, for the 1 in 29 covers 8-2 through 830 will be a 1 in 29. So they have these sectioned off, but I don't know. What do you think?
I just hope they don't go through the same bullshit that Big Rig did, where you say, oh, there's only going to be 1,000, and you go, oh yeah, no, we're going to bump it up to like 2,000 to 3,000, and then when people actually get the fucking boxes, they didn't fucking split the shit out, so there were people getting just 20 of cover A, and we have yet to find anybody that got to like the 1 in 1,000.
Well, see, that's the thing. On this one, it's a little bit different because the cover A is the blind bag, and they haven't shown it to us. So I guess, if anything, maybe it's going to be the art on the bag. You know what I mean? Because, you know, from what I can tell, it seems like, you know, it'll probably be like 75 different variants, I guess, of the A cover, right? Because if they all come out of the blind bag, or no, it's not gonna be like that, but you get the idea. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Blind Adam or Awesome Sauce Radio that's in the freaking comments right now. Yes, brother, I am trying to get you the link right now. Let's see.
But yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier when I was saying about the blind bags, because from so far these incentives have been extremely cool. But I have seen that people plan on ordering quite a bit of these, because I've seen people already announce shows, like whatnot shows, on selling these. People having these Halloween styled, you know, streams with this Mark Spears blind bag. So because this isn't even the only blind bag that is on this FLC, if I'm not mistaken, because we had the DC KO blind bag, and then now we have this blind bag. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we might have a Vampirella one too. I don't know if that's going to be for this week or next week, but the covers are awesome. You know what I mean? Like this hollow foil or hollow flip samurai right here.
Yeah, it's Mark Spears 1 in 250.
Yeah, so it's some beautiful covers, but at a $5.99 cover price, you know, for that book, 1 in 250. I mean, hey, if you got it, go ahead, and either you're gonna be one of the only people with that book, or you might be amongst a few people with that book, but somebody's gonna outdo somebody down the line because we got 1 in 500s. Okay, then this is a glow in the dark variant by Mark Spears.
And then there's your 1/1000.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, it might be on Monsters number 8, but there's like more incentives because there's like isn't there like a 1 in 1,000 too? Like there's 1 in 1,000. I could have swore I saw like a 1 in 2,000 or some shit, but hey, that might be on that Monsters number 8.
Yeah, if it is, it's not listed here. Going on to Monstrous number 60. Some wild shit. Mr. Terrific, Year 1, issue number 5 by Edwin Gallman. And here's a Lashley. New Fun Comics has a bunch of facsimiles for some fucking reason. It's still trying to get off the ground on the readership on this one. News from the Fallout, issue number 4. No great fucking covers yet. One Last Trick by Midnight Factory, issue number 1. Ash Cheeks Out.
I am kind of interested in this one because some of these covers coming up for this book is pretty nice, I guess you'd say. Like that 1 in 10 and the Joseph Schmeckel. Both of those are dope. Like I really like this. This is that 80s vibes almost to me.
Yeah. The Pale Knight issue number 5. Peacemaker Presents. That's going to be the trade paperback. Phantom number 1 for some fucking reason.
Yeah, it's a lot of those.
Prodigal Son issue number 3, second print. Rick and Morty issue number Rick and Morty versus the Universe issue number 3. It's pretty dope. Is this 1 in 10 flops interlocking variant. Here's your 1 in 20 by Tom Fowler event.
Looks like it's supposed to be a rip-off of Cable or some shit.
Yeah. This is the first appearance of Blood Rick in a non-canonical 9. So yeah, it's supposed to be a rip-off of Cable and what's the name of the New Mutants?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is their 1 of 50 by Jarrett Williams Prime. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is the 9, non-canonical 9. Fuck, I guess I got to get it. Savage Sword, Conan Reforged, issue number 1. I guess there's 2 fucking Conans in there. Savager, issue number 1. This one is by Panic, written by Phil Blackman.
Covered by Tahani Tafar. And I was surprised to see her name on this, but hey, I'm picking a couple up just because she's on it. And you know, Tafani Tahar does a lot of work with Strange Comics. Stranger Comics. Yeah. Our buddy Sebastian over there.
You can tell they're influenced because there's a cover B by it's a Lair Heavy Metal Homage. Silverhawks. Not going to go over that too much. These guys are fucking ridiculous. Six Gun Battle, Sleep issue number 5. Space Ghost. Here we go. Spawn, Black Ritual, The Book of Nyx, issue number 5.
I like it. I have to catch up on this run. I think I'm only on issue 2, but I gotta catch up on it.
I think this might be the cover to have, though. This one is a cover
Brett
B
Booth.
by Brett Booth.
Yeah. Pretty dope.
Superman issue number 30. Superman and Booster Gold against the Legion. Been pretty good, interesting so far. Yeah, issue number 30. There's your Ariel Olivetti, Claudio Castellina. And then for the Goyles, there's a pumpkin spicy cardstock variant. There's your 1 in 25 by Salwi. There's a Dan Moore spot foil. Superman Unlimited issue number 5. There we go with a Raphael Albuquerque. Title says Into the Kryptonite Kingdom. And the cover that I know people will definitely want to pick up is the Mark Spears cardstock variant issue or cover C.
With crypto. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up all these, dude. This is a nice little set.
From Image, The Voice That Kill, issue number 3. I'm not sure which publisher did this one.
Bad idea.
Oh, Bad Idea for They're All Terrible, issue number 1 and 2, deluxe edition. And the cover is done by Ramon Villalobos.
Yeah, it's sick. I like this cover. Probably even pops with a black light.
There's a 1 in 20 by Joe Quinones. Or Quinones. Uncle Scrooge, Flint Heart, Undiscovered, Universal Monsters, The Invisible Man, issue number 2. There's a Mike Del Mundo. I see the vision, but it just didn't come quite through. This one is a little bit better. This 1 in 50 Matthew Roberts, but it's not 1 in 50 material to me.
No, it's not. It should have been a regular cover. But hey, you got James Tynion on the writing, so there you go.
Yeah. Not here says that comics are like movies now. Too many of them get made, and most of them kind of suck. All right, I'm going to welcome another gentleman to the stage. We go with Blind Adam. What's going on, brother?
Not much. Just having one of those moments where everything is happening at once.
Everything, everywhere at once.
Yeah, I've had a buddy of mine who I share my Disney Plus account asked me for the new password. I was trying to figure something out. What I don't know what not. And I was trying to be a part of 2 podcasts at once, all at the same time.
Yeah, fuck all that. Pay for your own shit. Don't bother me while I'm doing my fucking thing. Because you can get your shit fucking blocked if they find out you're sharing your shit. So, Mr. Adam, so far we've talked about.
You were going to look mystery packs because we're not going to use that racist term on the show anymore.
What term is that? Blind box?
Bags.
Blind eggs?
Blind bags. It's a racist term.
Bags.
It's not being used anymore.
I
What's
think
up,
you need
motherfucker?
I think you need to write a very tersely worded letter to DC and Image and all those other fuckers, man. But right now we're just going through the FOC. We've only gotten up to Lunar. Lunar has been gotten a lot of new good shit ever since Diamond freaking went down with the count.
Yeah, a lot of these places switched over to Lunar, dude. It's a fucking ton of them now.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised that the Lunar box that arrived at my freaking place was that fucking big, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they've got a lot more publishers now, so shit.
So what do they have a lot of the smaller publishers now?
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of publishers that I haven't thought about in years.
I like this Martin Simmons, though. This one at 75.
Yeah. I'm a little confused as why he's holding that little rat, but I guess we'll have to read to find out what the fuck. And then, of course, Adam, what we got coming up now is Vampirella issue number 1. There's a look. I don't have to describe it to you because you know that she's going to be half butt naked on each one of these fucking covers, man. For
exactly.
Vampirella, right?
It's a Vampirella book. I would be disappointed if she was fully clothed.
Yeah. They got a cover for Greg Land. Excuse me. There's a homage to like her first. I don't want to say it's her first appearance, but like her first cover or her first magazine cover or whatever. I don't know why they keep printing that shit out, and there's also a Selena variant, a cosplay variant, which is very disappointing because the girl still has a bunch of clothes on. 110, black and whites. Okay. Up next is a cover A by Image for a book called Viking Moon, written by Joe Perrett. Cover art on this one is pretty decent, man. It's done by Marcelo Frusin. It's a miniseries premiere. Set in 1000 BC, Leif Erikson establishes a Viking settlement in Vinland. It's a strange world of plenty but populated by indigenous people and something else, something unnatural. 20 years after the original expedition ended in disaster, a new attempt to settle this wilderness made. Ulf and his hardened tribe of Vikings soon discovered that the whisper of creatures who are both human and beast are not primitive legend, but death brings reality. So it looks like it's Vikings versus werewolves in this book.
Yeah, it is. It's. I saw the spread on it a couple of weeks ago, and it does look pretty good. I was curious about it.
Some of the covers are pedestrian. I do like the one at 25. This one here is a cover D by Martat, just in the Viking versus the werewolf. Oh, it looks like we're back to the Void Rivals. All right, so we're going to take. So we're going to take a little break while I set up for the PR8 stuff, and then we'll be right back. Let's see. How do we do this?
Anything's better than facing prison again.
I'll do everything I can to rehabilitate you.
Marry me.
Everything except that. A wife, no matter how beauteous or affectionate, would severely impair my crime fighting.
But I can help you in your work. As a former criminal, I'd be invaluable. I can reform. Honestly, I can.
What about Robin?
Robin? Oh, I've got it. We'll kill him.
All right. If you forget, man, there's some gold in those old 1960s fucking Batman joints, right?
Yeah, man. And Julian Newmar's still alive too, which is a great thing.
All right, on to the FOC for the stuff that's coming out from Penguin. Once again, you can go to prhcomics.com. You just got to scroll down to the FOC, And then that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and pull this up. Yep. F11. Oops. Hold on. F11. There we go. All right. So first up, actually, let's go to alphabetical order. I don't know why they had it like that. And of course, when I want to get it fucking organized, what's the fuck up? All right. Good. Looks like just to make sure that it's up front, they decided to put the all new Spider-Gwen. Why do you look? I just want to read the Spider-Gwen book. I don't need to read about the all new Spider-Gwen.
It seems like there's like an all new Spider-Gwen every other 6 fucking months.
Yeah, like what the fuck, man?
I mean,
Oh,
I think this is like her 9th or 10th volume at this point.
but nothing. Oh, but yeah, this is the all new Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1. That was the second print by David Marquez, and there's second print by Simone DeMeo. Amazing Spider-Man #13 by Joe Kelly is coming out. There is a homage to the Silver Surfer versus Thor, but it's with the Muppets. That one's done by Dave Bardeen. Celebrating Muppets 70 years. Jesus. Then there's Four Mid Spider-Man #13. There's a Gonzo White Tiger team variant. The Spider-Man and the White Tiger on the freaking cover. Then there's also a Lee Bermejo cover with Spider-Man versus the Lizard. And then it looks like there's it's either like a 1 in 25 or probably like a 150 for the Lee Bermejo. Then there's a Perez variant. Yeah, there's a shitload of issue #13s on this one, or covers for issue #13.
Yeah, because issue 11 is a big issue that I believe comes out this week, but there's like 3 or 4 something first appearances in it.
Jesus. For what? Oh yeah, and then Black Cat. Issue #1 is on this freaking second print. One by Simone DeMeo, and the other one's by Terry Dutton. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Mojo Quid? Nice to see you, brother.
Mojo Quid, what's up, sir?
What up?
Civil War #3. You're putting out a facsimile for that one. Captain America, another Spider-Man.
Civil War 3?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, man.
11:59 p.m. One notification. What not?
Creeping Below, issue #4. And like cover A by Del Rey. It's very haunting. But there's a one in, there's a one in, come on. If you're going to do that, at least let me go to the ones below. There is a 1 in 10, which looks interesting, but of course, favorite right now would be the Maria Wolf. That looks pretty good. Man, if these guys are gonna have these websites do this shit, they just need to fucking pick their shit up, man. I'm tired of looking at the fucking Wheel of Death on these.
Yeah, I just make sure I hit 9-1 because and 9 like really you taught me, motherfucker. 9-1 and comic book format.
Yeah, so this is already on FOC for Monday, so we're already there. Book of Bills Limited Collector Edition. So War, Creeping Below, Critical Role, Vox Machina, Origins #4, Deadpool Wolverine issue #10. And then these motherfuckers have the nerve to make me have to fucking go through another fucking. Man, these guys are rough. Oh yeah, so I guess that's the only cover for Deadpool Wolverine issue number 10.
Yeah, I think it is.
Of course, I gotta freaking check it out, make sure we're not missing anything. Say Apocalypse tomorrow. Apocalypse's endgame is in sight. Will Wolverine and Deadpool serve the mutant overlord or abandon their executioners? If the massive Legacy 2.0 Power Wolverine creature introduced last issue is an indication, it'll be an uphill battle. So nothing particular interesting about that.
But this right
Deluge.
here, dude, yeah, this is another one of those books that I was talking about earlier. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's by Ignition Press. But Deluge #1, this Jaws homage on that A cover looks pretty good. And then the 1 and 5 too, because I haven't seen any, like, if I remember correctly, I haven't seen any big incentives on it yet. I've only been seeing these 1 and 5s. But yeah, pay attention to those. Anything by Ignition Press right now.
Disney Inside Out #2. Event Horizon Dark Descent #2. Some more Devil books, Adam. Fantastic Four Gargoyles Fantastic Four. I guess this is what you call it. What's it called? Matchup with
This
Fantastic
is
Four and Gargoyles.
This is just a crossover, and then they also have they're doing it kind of like they did their crossover with DC. So, give you example, this one is from Marvel, and then they'll have a Gargoyles Fantastic Four #1 that's going to come out under Dynamite, which is under Loomer. So
it's a pretty dope cover. And of course the artwork is done by Torrin Clark.
yeah, dude, it's fire. This is, if I'm being honest, this and the Scotty Young are probably the best covers on this book. The Deletta is cool too, but I don't know, dude.
Yeah, it's a matchup of I forget the name of the character and Thing.
Thing and Goliath.
Shit. Man, they got a whole bunch of them. Yeah, the Scotty Young, and there's Peach Momoko. Never mind. Okay. Godzilla issue #3. I do like that 1 in 25 though. Looks interesting.
Yeah, it's dope.
Just got a bunch of books that are just regular books that they've somehow titled as comic books. All right, while we're waiting for that to freaking load up, earlier you had mentioned Heavy Metal. Is that the Sveshbina?
Yes, sir. Pay attention to this, just because Heavy Metal is known for giving artists their big break, I guess you'd say. So, like, once they get to a certain level in the field, right, and they gain so much recognition, a lot of the times Heavy Metal comes in and gives them a cover or a spread or whatever. But if I'm not mistaken, this will be Saveta Shubina's first one. So this is probably a good issue to grab. It's Heavy Metal #3. Now, it is supposed to be like a Lunar exclusive, and it's supposed to be limited to 2,000. And they made sure they highlighted that it may be allocations. So you might want to go a little bit overboard if you want to number. You know what I mean? Like, try to get as many of them as you actually can, right? Because we all know when they say allocations may occur, you know, you might order 25 and end up
May
getting
the
3.
luck be ever
So
in your
sometimes
favor.
you might want to over it. Exactly. So, but you can also definitely check them out, because check with Lucas or myself, but definitely keep an eye on this.
All right. Back to the FOC stuff from PRH. Mary Sue issue #1. The art is done by Tula Lotte. the solicitor says, despite what her mom thinks, Cassie has lots of friends now that just all happen to be online, where she can talk to them about her beloved favorite show, Riverview, and get their feedback on her phone fanfic, WIP, starring Jessica, her own very hot vampire OC. But her fic writing persona is revealed to the entire school when her former best friend finds it and can't resist reading some of it out loud to her classmate. Cassie thinks things can't get more humiliating until her very own Mary Sue pops right out of her fanfic to save the day or make it much worse. So basically, it's a vampire book.
Yeah, that's a great cover too. But I also highlight that Paulina Ganache and the Unlimited variant as well, real
Yeah.
quick, because
Yeah,
they're
the 1 in
nice.
10.
And yeah. So that's nice. The main cover is pretty cool too. But this Paulina Ganache is pretty nice. So
Let's see what's
may have
that
to
on.
order to get at least get one of those.
Just never know, man. Just never know. All right, Mastermind is number 2 coming up. And then there's also a Martin Simmons cover. Micronauts has a TVB coming out. Mighty Morphin Rangers has a matchup with Teenage Mutant Ninja. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers has a matchup with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, issue number 1, and this is second print.
Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous at this point. That if that's the book I'm thinking about, it has so many goddamn covers. It's just insane.
New Avengers number 5. There's Sam Humphries, then there's Hisham Hibachi. And that Hisham Hibachi is weird because it's Weapon X, Laura, but it looks like she's in a Daredevil type costume.
No. These are the Tron Ares variants. So they've been doing these Tron variants. The other book on this other cover on this book that's really dope is that Nogi-san Kill Illuminati variant over there to the far left. That's pretty dope. It kind of gives
The one
me
with
like
the octopus.
yes, sir. Looks like visually, dude. It looks really good. It almost looks like 3D. Yeah, dude, that looks good, dude. And I've been watching Nogi-san variants because they just had a book on Ultimate. I think it's Ultimate X-Men number 19, but there's a red and black variant to that's about to come out this upcoming week as well. But yeah, just keep an eye on Nogi-san.
All right, New Avengers number 5, Javier Garon. Red Book 1, issue number 1. Ooh, okay. Now you got my attention. Got the freaking climbers just dead ass out of there on the fucking mountain. Now you got my Russia, 1961. The 9 students that died tragically under mysterious circumstances. That's all you need to know. They've got 3 paragraphs for some bullshit when all I need to know is, hey, this comic book is about the fucking 9 students that died on the fucking Russian mountain.
Is this
That's all I fucking need to know.
Is this company the same company that did what was it, Blue Book?
This is by Dark
Horse. It sure is. It's the same shit that isn't it similar to that other one, Blue Book, that was coming out with the alien couple or the couple that study the aliens and shit?
Yeah.
So you have the Blue Book, now you got the Red Book.
Right.
So yeah, they're gonna continue on with this, I think. But I'm interested in this, and it's written by James Tynion. So
yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I thought the first 2 covers were a little weird, but I was feeling the last 2, especially with that alien in like an astronaut suit in the background on the cover C by Tyler Boss.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was kind of cool, but yeah. And then also that up there right to the left, the Plantees Deluxe Edition Book 2. I heard somebody asking me about that one. I don't necessarily know what it's about, but I'll have to check it out later. But go ahead, yeah.
Red Hulk issue number 9. There's Stephen Platt. There's Gabriel Guzman. Looks like Sister Imperator is on his trade paperback, so people get to check out what the fuck is going on with that one.
And then these Something Killing the Children. The main cover, click that book is so dope. The artwork on it, because if you zoom in on it, it kind of looks 3D. If you blow it up a little bit so you can see it, I don't know if you can, but yeah, dude, it looks 3D and it looks like really dope. Like how they mixed almost that regular drawing aspect, but they mixed it with like the 3D shit. So I imagine that if you have a pair of 3D glasses when this comes out and you look at it, it's going to have some type of cool ass effect where it probably makes the girl 3D. But I noticed that when I was going through this week's FLC, when I got to that book, the artwork is just so dope. That's the first cover that I've seen like that mixes with some type of like 3D shit, because it looks like it's meant for 3D viewing.
Yeah, so the interesting thing about this one is that it's told from the perspective of those she saved, not from her. So that'll be interesting.
It's like a hero's tale, basically.
Yeah.
But then they also got these right here.
Yeah, Jenny Frizen.
Yes, sir. Fire, and then that.
There you go. Yeah, there's a Jenny Frizen. There's a 1 in 10 by Sten Beck. That 1 in 20 Jenny Frizen.
Black and white. And then that 5
is that by
Puppeteer Lee. Super dope. And hey, let me ask you guys, when it comes to Puppeteer Lee, how do you feel about his art? Because I'm not gonna lie, the dude is like phenomenal. Like Puppeteer Lee usually comes with that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a matrix on him, because I'm not.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I'm like, oh yeah, that's absolutely Puppeteer Lee, because I haven't looked at enough at his art and say, yeah, that's the man. So that's why we need to do a.
Yeah, I got familiar with him, and I'll just say like this: that Puppeteer Lee is very, very dope. You probably, when you see his books, it may not strike you like it's his art yet, but once you start looking at the details, you kind of can see his style, because he does really good like realism to a degree, but the way he just does everything is really nice. But we'll do a deep dive on him. I'll try to get that together this week. But it's super dope. This Puppeteer Lee is super dope.
Spider-Man: The War, issue number 1. I really like this Andrea Sorrentini. Looks really freaking clean on this one.
Yeah, it does. I've been talking about that for a couple of weeks now, and I've been waiting for these other ones like this David Mack. Not that bad, man. I guess I just like the spider symbol, how he's using it, but yeah. I feel like they should have put Simone DeMeo on the 1 in 25 or the Jerome Opena, because Jerome Opena is also another artist that you should definitely pay attention to if you haven't by now already. Back in 2018, 2019, he was doing a lot of null variants, which is how I got introduced to him, but he's super dope, bro.
All right, I'm going to Spirits of Violence, issue number 1, another Ghost Rider freaking book. I don't know how to explain this one, Adam, but it's just say this. It's got a whole bunch of different Ghost Riders on here. I forget who the girl is. Actually, I have no idea who the girl is, because she's a blonde. She's not the chick with the black hair. Let's see. Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, Robbie Reyes, Kushala, and Phantasma, Helverine, and more. So when a strange group of new villains set their sinister plan in motion, the Ghost Riders, past, present, and future, combine forces to save the world. But who is the Spirit of Violence, and what horrors do they bring from Johnny Blazes, and can he catch his pass? Forget everything you know about the Ghost Rider. The most climatic ride in history starts here.
Yeah, this should be interesting, because they included Phantasma, and Phantasma is that new Champions character You know, the girl that's the Ghost Rider on the rollerblades. Like, you know how we just got her first appearance recently in the Robbie Reyes special, right? So this is like her first run, I guess you would say, like actual Ghost Rider story involved run besides that special.
Yeah. So there's going to be a Simone Bianchi variant. And that EM Just though, fucking absolutely fucking fantastic. That's a take it to CGC and fucking get that shit fucking slapped. A Peach Momoko variant or a Peach Momoko kimono variant. I didn't know they were still doing kimono variants. And then there's a Kyle Holtz, which definitely looks more like it's in tune with the Maria Wolf stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna pick one of those up too.
Dope. All right. Star Trek Lower Decks issue number 12. And I forget the dude's name. Oh, yeah, it's Quinn. I don't know if, Adam, if you've been able to start watching any of the Lower Decks, man, but it's pretty fucking ridiculous. There's this one ridiculous character on there named Quinn. He's always getting into fucking trouble. Star Wars issue number 6. With Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and I forget the name of the cyborg dude. And then on the Jedi Knights variant, there's Ahsoka and what's the name of the dude that's actually Darth Vader?
Anakin
Skywalker, yeah. And then there's a Tyler Christopher action figure variant. And then there's a Jose Maria Casanovas. And then the Luke Ross variant, which is just with a bunch of droids on there. And then there's also Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, Tides of Terror issue number 2. Don't know what the fuck is going on there. Stranger Things actually has a coloring book coming out. Actually has two. Well, it's got one as a coloring book and the other one is a sticker book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 12, cover A with the turtles on there, and then the cover B by Eastman has Shredder on there. And then the cover variant C by Ferreira has just got the turtles acting all cute again. Let's see, assets. Man, this thing wants to take forever and a day. Oh, here's the rest of the freaking turtle stuff.
Isn't there like a new chick, Casey Jones, or maybe April O'Neil as Casey Jones variant that's on FOC? Or did that already pass?
I think that already passed. But tell me, I know turtles have tails. I know turtles have tails,
brother, because I don't even remember these turtles having tails ever. But
that looks like a green dick.
Yeah, that guy just got away with it, bro. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the perverts around the world probably want to buy it and just put it up for.
So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Journey is number 2, cover A by Lorna Dooney. As one of the turtles falling off.
Maybe it's a Dooney, bro. It might be a Dooney, bro. It might be his signature, bro.
Jesus Christ. Adam, I know you're going to... Oh, wait. Adam, I can't fucking hear you. Hold up. Let's see. Adam, say something.
Testify.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, man. What do you think about this? You probably have to go see what the fuck is going on later. But would you buy a book that has a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with a dick on her?
Would I buy a TMNT book with one of the male turtles with a dick?
Yeah, bro. It looks like it's Ralph jumping off a fucking building, and it looks like he's trying to land his right foot, but in the middle you know, it looks like this artist was confused on what he was drawing. Like if he was drawing a turtle tail, even though I don't remember the fucking
They
Teenage
never had
Mutant Ninja
tails.
Turtles ever
Oh.
had tails. But this looks like a dick right in the middle of dude's crotch. And it's very wild. And I'm wondering how that shit got through. Because I wonder, you know, is there any kids like collecting this? That just doesn't look right.
You know what? You know, for being the innovator, answering this question as the innovator perversion, yeah, I would buy this and stock it. As a generic turtle fan who has nieces and nephews and, you know, does family friendly events with kids around it, I'd probably be a little leery. But
let's see.
Maybe did he just fucked up drawing the second leg?
No, dude. He has both legs drawn. Yeah, like you can see he's like jumping off a building, and his right foot looks like he's about to plant it. But right in the middle, I mean, turtles do have tails, but these turtles don't have tails. Let's get it straight.
Yeah.
Turtles in real life have tails. However, when it comes to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they do not have tails. I've never seen them drawn with tails. I've never seen the figures have tails. Never. So this dude was just like, oh man, maybe I should go ahead and add a tail. Don't they have tails? I don't know if they have tails. And then he showed it to his friend, like, yeah, dude, this is my TMT cover. And he's like, oh yeah, man, this shit. Whoa, what's that, bro? I mean, turtles have tails, don't they? Not these.
They don't look like that.
Yeah, it looks like Ralph jumping off the roof with a boner.
So my question is, what did he see on that roof to give him the boner?
I don't know how this shit got through, but
yeah, this reminds me of old school Archie in the window.
Go down a little bit, bro. I could have swore that book is this week, but fuck it, maybe it's not, dude. Maybe it's actually coming out this week. I don't know.
No, it's on FOC.
Yeah, that's the one that's up on FOC, and the one with April is Casey Jones on the cover.
It's FOC, and there's a 1 of 10 on it.
So it might be further down, but all right, fuck it, dude. Let's.
It's a 1 of It's a 1 of 10 foil.
Yeah, let's keep going. Now we got shiny dicks out here too, bro. Come on, man.
We got dicks in foil for the turtles.
Yeah, bro. But hey, come on, man. Let's move on from the glizzy talk, bro. The cover is making me uncomfortable. All right. So moving on, you know, we got fucking Ultimate motherfucking Wolverine number 10. Main cover is dope as shit, illustrated by Alex Lins, with Wolverine on the cover with a beard, and he's like unsheathing a sword. Kind of dope, but you know that may not be the one. Then we also have the Ultimate Wolverine number 10, the scan variant. We also have a Philip Tan variant, and then we also have a Phil Noto Tron Ares variant, where
they're all dope. Every single one of them
has Ultimate Wolverine riding on one of those Tron bikes. You know what I'm saying? Kind of cool, but the best one so far we haven't gotten to. But Lucas, tell me, man, what do you think about that Philip Tan though?
At first glance, I was like, if it kind of looks like a Captain America cover. But that's about it. That's all I got for it, man. Like I can't once you see that scan cover with fucking Sabretooth on there, I can't get past anything else. No matter how many fucking abs you put on fucking Wolverine, man. That fucking look at that shit, man.
Yeah, Sabretooth looks pretty dope. Looks beastly.
Yeah. No other fucking cover makes any fucking sense.
I mean, the Tron does, because that's kind of dope. You know, that's like Ultimate Wolverine riding a motorcycle, but in the Tron universe, and he's sticking his claws in the ground to fucking do some shit. But like I said, not the best one. The best one is the Jeff the Land Shark. But what else you got for us?
The Ultimate X-Men issue number 20. There's a Peach Momoko cover, And then there's an Elizabeth Tork cover, which
I am
actually looks
so
pretty
behind
cool.
on this book.
Yeah,
Chris, have you been keeping up with
you
it?
and the rest of
I've
the
been
world,
keeping
man.
up with purchasing them, but I have not read them since like I want to say issue 5 because it just was
Yeah,
really dragging.
I tapped out issue 7 for a little bit, and I wanted to catch up because I liked what they did in the Spider-Man, the Miles Morales crossover.
Yeah, the Miles Morales and I think that probably is like the best one right now besides the Ultimates because we're getting ready to have Ultimate Hawkeye introduced.
Yep.
Or really Ultimate Ronin, but he's coming, and then we also have a fucking crossover event with all the Ultimate shit, and that's basically gonna be the in-game shit. Like I guess this whole what the Maker shit is gonna come to an end.
Yeah, and then I think they're going to relaunch Ultimates again, the Ultimate line again, with new number 1s.
Hey, by show of voices, how many people are excited about this age of this new age of whatever storyline?
The Age of I guess me.
Age of Revelation shit. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not fucking interested in reading it at all, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna read it just for the fuck of it, But it just doesn't seem like, I don't know, man. Maybe people aren't just gravitating towards it because like the main shit just doesn't look that cool to me. I mean, I know the vibe that they're trying to go with. They're trying to go like with Age of Apocalypse, but they're kind of having like a throwback series to a degree. And it's not a throwback or anything like that, but I'm just saying in general, like that's the vibe they're going with this event. Just doesn't seem like very appealing to me though.
For that Ultimate X-Men number 20, once again, we got that Peach from Moko, that Lee Garbett, and another Peach from Moko that kind of looks like Catwoman for some freaking reason. Unbreakable X-Men number 1, there's a Jay Anceletto that kind of looks like Namor, I guess. But it kind of also looks like Aquaman, so I was kind of confused about that one. And then there's all types of freaking covers. There's a Lucas Wernick, a Leslie Lurie that we don't have the art for yet, a Mateus Menahini, Terry Dotson, and Enrique Yagawa. And then there's also there's a White Tiger Reborn number 1 with 3 covers. Cover price is going to be $4.99. And this one is the White Tiger for this one is going to be with Ava Ayala. There's going to be a George Perez Hidden Gem, a Mateus Menahini variant, which actually looks pretty damn good because it's got her and it looks like it's got her dad and maybe her mom, I guess, or some other lady White Tiger on there. And then there's also a Johnny Caballero variant, kind of the same thing with a bunch of White Tigers on there. For that X-Men Age of Revelation Overture, there's an art germ with Psylocke on there. And let's see, there's a cover A by Stegman. Or is it Stegman? It's not Stegman. I forget who it is.
Yeah, it's definitely Stegman.
It's Stegman? Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's that art germ. There's the Mark Bagley. There's the Aaron Cooter. There's Corey Smith. And then there's your Ricky Yagua, which is, it's got Wolverine on the cover, but the face mask looks kind of weird and doesn't make me think, okay, this guy's ready for war or anything. It just makes me think this guy's ready for a dinner party. That's about it.
Yeah, it's kind of dope, but I like the Corey Smith, to be honest with you.
X-Men Undertow, it's just got the one cover. It's $5.99. Oh no, it's got one extra cover. It's got the Dan Panesian, which actually doesn't look pretty bad, man. It's got the Juggernaut on the cover, and I forget who that name of that bird character is.
Are you serious, dude? Is this all that there was? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, the beak. Yeah, man. That's all there is. That's 100. That was 186 covers for all of.
Yeah, this FOC was pretty weak sauce to me, but hey, there are a couple of gems on there, but still.
You got some every now and then.
Yeah, it was weak sauce FOC, but hey, there is a few good things on it, so people be sure to check out your the fucking I'm sorry, Adam, but these can't see me bags. You know, let's go with the John Cena bags. You know, however you want to do it, but yeah, Mark Spears and the fucking DC KO #1 John Cena bag. See that, Adam? Like I took you into consideration, you know.
Thank you, man. I was only playing before too, man. But
Hold on,
yeah, actually,
let's go back.
Let me ask you this: out of both these blind bags coming out,
Yeah.
Which one are you more excited about, the Mark Spears or the KO?
Actually, I'm more excited for the Mark Spears because there's supposed to be a lot of different cover variants for that. I like Mark Spears' artwork, and I'm sorry, but DC really haven't been hitting on shit so far. But I want to say something about a book Lucas passed a couple of seconds ago. Back up, Lucas, a little bit more on this Stranger Things, because if I'm not mistaken, the main cover, or is that the main cover, the one that sold out already? No, I'm gonna get to that one, but the one above it sold out already.
That's Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Okay, so then the Stranger Things cover A. Also, yeah, that Terminator homage. A couple of those in the store. I think that's a nice cover this week. Nice little touch.
Yeah, where does this comic take place in the Stranger Things mythology? Is it even to season 5, or is it just its own thing?
I'm not 110% sure. Probably know more if we read the synopsis, but
Adventures of Superman, Riccardo Federici. Batgirl, number 11. I think is that a Sawi? Yep, Sawi. Facsimile for Batman 635. Batman number 1, cover A, regular. I need to read that. I think I just got mine in. Then there's a J. Scott Campbell for Batman number 1. Can't believe people haven't been buying the shit out of that.
Hey, Lucas, yep. One what I wanted to ask you about was that Adventures of Superman Book of L number 1 and the cover D by Raza. Have you been, getting anybody talking about that one?
Nope.
What about that Batman 635 facsimile edition, Red Hood?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Just want to add those.
Yeah, I mean, as far as my customers and people I talk to, facsimiles are so fucking dead right now.
Yeah. I just think they're overdone at this point.
Yeah,
and it feels like they're just going through their libraries going, okay, what crap can we pop out today? Because some of the... Why don't we focus on making some good stuff that's current and make people want to go back for the older stuff sometimes?
Yeah. The only people at this point... from people I've talked to, the only way that DC thinks this is a good idea is because there are people that are out there that are completionists, and they've got to have every freaking type of Batman cover. They've got to have every type of Superman cover or whatever, and those are the actual people that are buying this freaking shit.
Yeah.
When it comes up back similar, the first question I ask now is there a blank? Because blank covers always do well.
You talking about for Batman number 1?
Yeah, Batman number 1.
There's a blank.
Batman 635 facsimile.
Yeah, there was a blank for the Batman number 1, and then there was also, if I'm not mistaken, a blind bag that is going for like $15, $20 right now.
Street breaking motherfuckers.
But there was some nice Batman covers too, but it's a lot. Like, I don't know why they're doing like so many covers on some of these books. Like the Marvel DC presents for the Deadpool and Batman, those are also a lot. There you go, bro. Up there, that main one sold out above it. But
Come on now. Yeah, that's what it is. Like 1/100. Thundercats Powerpuff Girls #1 by
that
Paulina.
metal,
Paulina
is that a
Ganas show.
metal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I missed out on the metal.
And then this back up, Lucas, that Paulina Ganache, they got an incentive of it, but that not Paulina Ganache. No, it is her.
Sawi.
That, yeah. Well, you got that Sawi one that sold out. And then that one to the right, that blue one, that one's pretty dope.
Paulina Ganache. Yep. For the
Yeah,
show.
imagine that being gone. And then also, just so everybody has a heads up, the Powerpuff Girls Thundercats book, these have been like, they've been having the wrong cover on some of these. So when I really originally ordered these, some of those covers are not the ones that they are, because I got some of them in hand.
Sonic Hedgehog #81. There's the first appearance of a character in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, look, sold out for the
Yep.
1/25. I forget whether it's a 1/25 or 1/10. It's one of those, but
Yeah, I bought one of those too.
Star Trek Red shirts #2 is coming out. I did like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What's this? Volume 6, #11. And there's a David Nakayama for Star Trek Voyager Homecoming with 9 on there. That's what you were talking about. That new character as Casey.
Yeah.
That Juan Ferreira.
Yeah, I knew
So
it was coming up. I didn't know if it was on FOC or coming out this week, but I remember it. So it's not sold out yet, though. But the other one right here, I don't know if you passed it already because I'm not looking at it. But Everything Dies Always, right there. Go up a little bit. The main cover is pretty cool, and not sold out yet. But then the there's a 1/10, and then the 1/25. But then there's also that I don't know if that's like cover D or whatever, but it's a version. But I just got these in. I'm gonna check that out. They said it has like a Walking Dead meets Essex County vibe going to it. So I'm gonna check that out. Yeah.
All right, Tyrant #2, Maria Lovett's News from the Fallout #1. I think that's probably the second print. It's got to be a second. Yep, second print. It's taken a while to get where it's going, but I feel like the premise is going to be pretty good. It's definitely going to be like movie type stuff. Transformers, Walking Dead. Sold out is the all new Venom issue #10. Cover C by AJ Curry.
That was surprising. I thought people weren't really feeling the Mary Jane Venom shit. But here's another book I was talking about, Lucas. Go up a little bit, just a little bit. Right there, that Amazing Spider-Man #11. So this is going to be like the first appearance of about 3 or 4 different characters. And I believe it's an introduction of a new Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken. But they have...
right, the cosmic type Spider-Man, but he's...
Yeah.
I forget what they're calling him, because we've had a cosmic Spider-Man before. But
well, we had
Oh, I remember what it was. It's that... It's not just that it's a cosmic Spider-Man. There's some type of entity that's inside the cosmic Spider-Man suit that's going to be revealed in this one. It's either in this one or the next one.
Yeah, because at the end of one of the last issues I read, it was Spider-Man, Peter Parker up on the roof.
Right.
Yeah. Who the heck was
Symbi. Right.
Yeah,
and
Symbi.
One of the other Symbi. Yeah.
And then the other one to the left, that spoiler variant, it looks like it could be first cover appearance for all those covers except Rocket, maybe, if that's Rocket. This is one of the ones I was talking about checking out because I think people might be drawn to Symbi if he catches any attention.
Yeah, people might be tired, man, because there's too many new Spider-Man characters lately.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then that also was a first
Spider-Man
appearance.
giving you Spider-Man at least a chance, though.
The one above Lucas was that first appearance variant on the left-hand side. First appearance of a new character named Wretched or whatever. And then also did like the one on the right, which is a Sanford Green. And then the 1 in 25 as well. I like that shit. One on the far left. And then also be on the lookout of all these Stitch variants, because I know some people do have a thing for collecting variants like that. So there's some Stitch variants and then these Halloween retro mask variants. So
JKRP says time to check on official licensed digital comics. Not sure what that means, but all right.
I don't know. Maybe it's about licensing out digital comics, but I mean, shit, just fucking buy Marvel Unlimited or whatever the fuck. Who cares?
And you got DC, whatever, DC fandom too, for DC, or whatever they're calling themselves nowadays.
And I think that Nightmare right there is a hidden gem, but I did grab that. It's supposed to be, I guess, a landmark issue for Doctor Strange. So nice. But it wasn't a whole lot this week, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah. Jeff or Kenny, Wolverine number 10.
Jeffy Pimpin.
And then we do have those,
Country.
those Marvel Natisse rival variants that are starting, not rivals, but Marvel Mayhem. Those variants are getting ready to start.
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
Moon Knight is the first. And then also Spider-Man 94. I'm guessing this is obviously based on the old cartoon.
Yeah, it's based on the animated series from the 90s.
Yeah.
And
So
it's supposed to be the continuation of the season. This would have been season 5. They did it animated.
yeah, so we got a main cover with everybody on it. We got an animation cover with Spider-Man on it, and then we got really the new retro carded action figures that's coming out now by John Tyler Christopher with Symbiote Spider-Man. And then we got a run
for this too.
Huh?
Isn't there a Black Cat variant for this as well?
Yeah, the Black Cat variant is actually the 1 in 25. I think that's is that Ricky Yahweh? I can't read that; it's too small. But yeah, they also have remember what we were talking about earlier, Lucas, with the exclusives. I don't know why I don't see it, but they have the local comic shop day variant for Spider-Man 94 number 1. I'm only mentioning it because I did get some of those in hand, but I just don't see it up here right now. Because on that cover, it has Spider-Man's head in the middle and then like characters around his head.
Yeah, I remember what you mean.
Nice.
Yeah. So that one is actually really nice, but it's a local comic shop day variant. And I don't know why we're not seeing it up here on Midtown. Maybe Midtown is going to offer it to their walk-ins, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Star Wars Legacy of Vader number 8. There is a new character on this one. I forget what her name is. It is Knights of Ren. Tava. Tava is her name.
Yeah, she's actually the leader of the Knights of Ren, right?
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be trying to kill Kylo Ren and take over the group, I guess, in this book, if I remember reading the synopsis correct.
To me, Star Wars has become the new X-Men, where there's just way too much of it. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
There goes that Nogi-san on the left that I was talking about. I did have somebody buy the 1 in 10 design variant too. But yeah, that's another artist just to keep your eye on. I just wanted to mention that.
Uncanny X-Men Volume 6 is a Fanny Yang road cover.
Lucas, how you feeling about those Fan Yangs?
I'm feeling like we need to do a Matrix on Fanny Yang as well.
Yeah, her cover started back when I first noticed back on that Nyx. I think it was like number 9 or something, but it was the 1 in 25 or 1 in 50 or something. But I remember that was the first one that we really took notice of her on.
Is it Rian Gonzalez?
Fire. That's a
Yeah.
good looking book in hand.
Wolverine number 8. I don't know why, but I just kind of like this look of him. No, this is like right after they put the adamantium in him, and he's like drudging through the fucking snow after like fucking killing half the fucking lab. Mark Brooks.
Mark Brooks. I actually had a couple of orders for that.
Adventure Time. Ancestral Recall issue number 2.
Yeah. These are going to be so under-ordered.
It's tough, right? Because the art looks like I know girls that look exactly like that. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't need to try.
No, bro. That's not even. You know what I'm talking about, bro. This book is going to be under-ordered, and I think that it probably has the potential of having a good story in it. So,
right. Charlemagne the God, hip hop artist, has a book out. This is on issue number 3 for Illuminati.
Yeah, what cover homage is that? Because every cover has been a cover homage for music, some type of music homage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Cruel Universe. More of the matchup with Darkstalkers versus Street Fighters. Heat Seeker. Post Malone's Big Rig. What's going on with this cover? It says cover. No, I know Big Rig number 1 already came out. I'm gonna skip over that. Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, both of those are nice, bro. You should probably highlight that.
That's like similar.
Yeah, dude, those are nice. I think the main cover is by Dan Parent, and then the other cover is by Dan DiCarlo or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's fire, dude. I like that. Because remember, Lucas, we had looked at Archery a little bit earlier with kind of like the same thing going on, where they have a regular cover and a retro.
What's crazy is I know like Archie Comics is actually owned by like DC and everything, but Archie needs to kind of roll it back and do like the compact comics like they used to, right? Because DC is actually having. I'm sorry, say again, Adam.
Little digest comics.
DC needs to keep doing those little compact comics they've been doing have been a big hit. They need to keep doing that. Shantae swimsuit special editions, Skid Please 2, number 1s, The War number 2, White House Robot Romance. What the fuck was that? But that's enough of that. Redman Dare is a Dark Side. That must be the homage for that Charlemagne the God freaking cover. Okay.
And
yeah. All right. We are almost at the 2 hour and 30-minute mark. Is there anything else that was on your guys' mind, man? It's been a while since we all been together in a while.
Yeah, actually, let's go over something real quick. Pull up Edge of Venomverse number 1. And the reason why I want to pull that book up is because it reads the Death to the Venomverse, return to the Venomverse where anyone can be a host of their favorite alien life form. However, Carnage is on the loose and he's tearing the symbiotic relationships apart left and right. Who will be strong enough to end the Red Menace before he kills all the Venoms in the multiverse? Collecting the digital Death of Venomverse tie-in print for the very first time. Now, from what I heard, it's supposed to be like a lot of first appearances in that. So that's the only reason why I wanted to highlight it. I think it comes out maybe next week. But I wanted to mention it just because there was only one cover of it. And, I think it was going to be destined to fly under people's radar. So
So there's no variants for this whatsoever?
No, there was only one cover when I caught onto it.
Nice. Rare in this Edge.
It's called Edge of Venomverse #1, but like I said, it's supposed to drop like maybe next week. I'm not sure, but yeah, there it is. So, and another thing that it reminded me of, like, I don't know if they're gonna continue with it, but if you remember back when Carnage was on his spree, trying to become like an all-out god and all that.
Yep.
This is basically another part of that story. So do with that without will. But the other one that I want to throw in people's faces real quick, Lucas, is Hello Darkness #14. Now I've seen some chatter about these books, and I just want to say, like, of course, a lot of people have been doing these for specifically cover by, but they are nice enough that I feel like they should get a little nod before we get there, to give people some incentive to get a hold of some of these, because they have a 1 in 20 by Puebla. That is like really nice. Yeah, there's the regular one. And so I think these will be going up maybe this Wednesday. So I want people to pay attention, because I know that I've seen a lot of people pre-order these already. So, just have a heads up, just in case it ends up being like one of the hits of the week. Hey, Lucas, there's also a cover A. Actually, all 4 covers are pretty dope. But that cover A by Miguel Mercado, there's also a 1 in 10 of that. That's going to be a virgin. And then we also have Jenny Frizen that has a cover on it, which is also pretty dope. And then we have another variant by Wayshak, which is also pretty dope. So that's like, 5, 6, 7 books people are filling lately. I've been seeing a lot of orders for it. So just be aware of it. Check with Lucas or myself if you want it and you didn't get a chance to get it yet.
What's up, Dave's Collection? What's up, Derek?
But other than that, that's all I wanted to mention. I just wanted to bring a little light on a couple of the books that's coming up, including a murder podcast, because I think that'll go up Wednesday too. And it should be interesting only because, I saw all the hype around beauty, right? But this is, I guess, going to fill into that, because Murder Podcast also is set for a TV series on FX. So, I just wanted to give people a head up before we come back next week, because we will not be able to tell them some information, and that FLC passed quite some time ago. So.
All right, guys, that was a pretty good show. Went through everything, entertainment and FLC and the stuff that's coming out this week. Once again, like Christopher said, if you guys have any questions, hit up Adam, Chris, or myself, and we'll do our best to freaking help you guys out. Once again, love. Don't eat too much on tomorrow on Labor Day, man. Freaking pull back the drinking, and let's make sure that we make it another weekend. Yeah, don't drink and drive. No, don't treat the Motel 6 like 6, 7, 8, and 9, man. Freaking all that good stuff, man. Freaking keep it.
What the fuck's a Motel 6?
Let's keep it rocking. But love you guys, everybody, and peace. Hello.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.